Y'all know I'm about to cook, right? But Prez, you ain't make no video in like 3 days. So what? When y'all see me gone for more than 2 days in a row, just know when I come back, I'm about to burn it down. What's up, y'all? I'm Chief Ron, better known as Prez the Investor, and you are now investing with Prez. Hype the video, hit the like button, and if you're not currently subscribed, yeah, click on that one too, and the bell icon. For personal access to me and my investing journey, consider becoming a channel member. Side note, this is not some magical get-rich course, but enough about all of that. All right, y'all, listen. Today we're going to take this conversation a little bit deeper and talk about data, specifically your data. So stick around, because you're going to realize real quick, data ain't the only thing at risk here. Did you hit the like button? Go ahead and hit that like button real quick, because it's story time. You hit it? All right, let's go. Let's rewind the tape to somewhere around March of 2020. The scamdemic. Man, everybody was in the house. Stimmies was hitting. The market going crazy. Then all of a sudden, everybody became interested in making money. Man, you had stocks going to the moon, crypto going to the moon, NFTs going to the moon. Whatever happened to NFTs, y'all? But never mind. Every day felt like it was a new opportunity. So naturally, content around money started blowing up. You had videos about fast movers, quick gains, what else? Short squeezes, what's about to go up next, penny stocks. And in that kind of environment, a lot of people started looking like fucking geniuses, I swear. Now, we still in the same time period, but let me sidestep real quick and tell y'all where I was at mentally during this time. Man, I thought we was all going to the upper room, man. I ain't even gonna lie, I was a little bit scared. But after doing my research and realized that we was good, I started paying more attention to the news. I had heard about the stock market crashing, but I ain't know shit about no stock market, nor was I thinking about no goddamn stock market. I was trying to figure out if we was all gonna live or die. But my understanding of it had me a little bit skeptical. I thought the stock market was a scam. I ain't even gonna lie. Based off of the myth that I was, exposed to growing up. And if y'all remember my story, I ain't even entered the stock market until about late 2021. Now, what really got me in was a phrase that was going around, and I know y'all remember this one. The greatest wealth transfer in history. On the surface, right, it sounded powerful, like opportunity, like, this is my chance. And I ain't even gonna sit here and act like I was above it. I was sold on that shit. Like, oh yeah? Yeah, where my piece at? But here's the part nobody really slow down and asks. If wealth is transferring, who is it transferring from? And who is it going to? Because money don't just disappear. Y'all know that. It moves. And once I really started paying attention to where the money was actually going, everything started looking different. All right, y'all, then let's fast forward a little bit. Because that same market that was going crazy started cooling the fuck off. Stocks ain't going up no more. Crypto ain't going up no more. Whatever happened to NFTs? Now you're starting to see red, pullbacks, and people starting to lose money. And when that happens, everything changes. That excitement then turned into confusion. That confidence then turned into uncertainty. And now people ain't just looking for opportunities no more. They looking for answers. They sitting there trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Why this ain't working no more? What do I do now? And that's when the next phase started. Y'all want to know what happened next? Come here, I'll tell y'all. Motherfucking paywalls. Now all of a sudden, it ain't just YouTube videos no more. Now it's join my Patreon. Get access to my private Discord. Exclusive plays, members only. And it started sounding like if you ain't in the room, you missing out. So now, you got people thinking, maybe I just need to be around the right people. Or maybe I just need better information. Or maybe I just need access. Or a combination of all three. Pick one. And that's how it all started. You paid a monthly fee. and you get access to the motherfucking Discord. Now you in there with everybody else, watching alerts, watching plays, trying to keep up, trying to figure it all out in real time. On the surface, it makes sense, because if you don't know what you're doing, being around people who actually sound like they do feels like the right move. Am I lying? Okay, let's slow this down for a second and really look at this from the other side, because from a creator's perspective, this makes a whole lot of goddamn sense. If you really think about it, take out y'all calculator real quick. Let's do some math. I'm gonna give y'all a second. You ready? You got your calculator out? Everybody got one on their phone. If you got a smartphone, you got a calculator. Say you got 25,000 people, each paying, let's say, $15 a month. Y'all got that? I'm going to repeat it. 25,000 times $15. That's over $375,000 per month. Multiply that by 12, 4.5 million a year, just off subscriptions. Now think about that. You ain't even gotta go viral. You ain't even gotta chase views. You got recurring motherfucking income. So now instead of just making videos, you running a whole goddamn business. And once y'all understand that part, everything else start making a whole lot more goddamn sense. Okay, now let's say with this membership, I offer to give you live trading. You paying $15 a month, and I'm making $4.5 million a year off of 25,000 people. When I trade live, man, that shit don't matter if I win or lose. It really don't. Let me tell y'all why it don't matter. Because you're not paying me based off my results. You paying me for access. Win, lose, or draw, that subscription's still gonna hit every month. So think about the incentive structure for a second. If I win, I look like a motherfucking genius. If I lose, all I gotta do is say that's part of trading. Either way, I'm still getting paid. Then multiply that by thousands of people watching me trade live, trying to copy what the fuck I'm doing in real time. Now you got a situation where people not really learning how to trade. They learning how to follow. That's a big difference, y'all. Ain't it? Let me know in the comments. Because when you follow, you ain't thinking. And when you ain't thinking, you relying on somebody else's decisions. Well, let me correct that. You're relying on somebody else to make decisions for you. That's what you're doing. And that right there is where shit starts getting dangerous. For real. So here we are in 2026. And let me tell y'all, this shit done evolved. Now it ain't just stopping at Patreon. Nah. Now you seeing a whole motherfucking shift. Creators done moved over to platforms like Whop. Wanna know why? I'll tell y'all why. More control. Now it ain't just join my Patreon and get Discord access. Now you got everything in one motherfucking place. Payments, communities, courses, live sessions, all under one roof. And from a business standpoint, if you really think about it, that's even better. Because now you ain't just collecting subscriptions. You done built the whole goddamn ecosystem. I had to laugh that one off, y'all. But let me finish. When you got everything in one place like that, you got more control over the experience. And more importantly, the money. Now, let's talk about the legal side. And this is the part where things start getting a little tricky. On paper, right? This is all education. You'll hear things like, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Talk to a licensed professional. What else? This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And technically, that's correct. They ain't lying. But in reality, it can get a little bit blurry. I'll explain. If I'm showing you what I'm buying, when I'm buying it, how I'm trading it, and you copy it in real time, at what point does that stop being education and start looking like signals? And that right there, my friends, is what we call a gray area. And here's why. Ain't nobody forcing you to press no buy button. But the influence there, the environment there, and the pressure there. When you mix that with people who new and emotional and don't even fully understand what the fuck they doing in the first place, or in a bad spot financially, that's where things go left real quick. All right, let's bring it back to the title. Is your data safe? That is the title, right? Yeah. Because when you sign up for these platforms, you're not just joining the community. You entering your information, your name, your email, debit card, your payment details, all of that shit. And depending on the platform, you trusting them to handle that shit properly, right? Now, I ain't saying every platform is unsafe, but let's be real for a second. These ain't no motherfucking banks. These ain't institutions with the highest level of protection. So if something go wrong, who you calling? Because a lot of these platforms don't even have real customer support like that. Trust me, I know. I'm like this. If I put my money somewhere and we're having an issue with offloading it to my bank account or transferring money from my bank account to this place or whatever, the last thing I want is to be stuck in a chat window talking to artificial intelligence customer service representative. I need to talk to a human. Preferably, I need a physical location that I can walk into and raise hell if need be. So now, let me get this straight. You got your personal information, your payment information tied to an ecosystem that you don't even fully control. That's a risk most people don't even fucking think about. You're going to think about it today. And this is where the bullshit really starts stacking up, because now it ain't just one risk. You got risk on top of risk on top of risk. You feel me? Now you got the risk of blowing your account because you still learning. You got the risk of messing yourself up financially because you're using money you probably needed in the first place. And you got data risk, your personal and payment information tied to these platforms. And you got the platform risk, where the rules can change on you. And we done already seen it happen. Remember the buy button getting disabled? Now you stuck. On top of that, you got execution risk. I done been on platforms where I done jumped in the trade and set a stop loss, of course. And that stop loss got completely ignored. Price done blew straight past that motherfucker. Now I got to go in there and manually sell at an even bigger loss. So think about it. You dealing with the market that is already risky. Then you stacking on platform risk, data risk, emotional risk, financial pressure, all at the same goddamn time. That ain't just risk. That's a whole motherfucking shit pile. Now, in case you didn't know, I done went over this topic right here on multiple occasions on this channel. So when it comes to the actual trading platform itself, you can do all your analysis you want, set your entries, set your exits, have a whole goddamn plan. But when the platform decide to change the rules, all that shit go out the window. All right, y'all, let's step outside the market for a minute, because this part right here, people don't talk about enough. There was a time when you can go out here and mess some money up and go get it right back. If you remember when times was like that, let me know in the comments. Whether it was gambling, whether it was some illegal street activity you weren't supposed to be doing, you can get that money right back. But now, That ain't the environment we in no more. After that scam-demic, man, all that money they printed, we still feeling that shit. Everything costs more. Money tighter. Opportunities ain't the same. It's harder out here. It's harder to recover. So now if you go out here and mess your money up, it ain't that easy to get it back. And that changes everything, because now it's not just about losing. It's now about how long it's going to take you to recover from that loss. And a lot of people ain't even factoring that shit in. They thinking if I mess my money up, I can just go and get it back in a few days or a few weeks. Nah, multiply that time. It might take years. I'm telling you some good shit. Now, just in case you still watching this video and you have already made assumptions about what I've said so far, let me clear this shit up right now. I am not against day trading. I'm not against learning. But what I am saying is you need to have your shit together first financially, because if you don't, ain't no way in hell you're going to be able to control your fucking emotions in this market. And I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat this shit. Them losses hit different. Believe it. Especially if you're using money you actually need. You ain't trading. You gambling under pressure. And that's one dangerous motherfucking ass place to be. Now, let me ask you something. What do you think the odds are of the average person actually becoming a successful day trader? Because, yeah, there are people out here that can do it. But let's be real. Most people don't. Most people can't. And it's not always because they don't have the information. It's because they don't have the fucking discipline. And that right there, you can't pay nobody for that shit. You can't learn it from no Discord. And you damn sure can't learn it from no goddamn course. You learn that shit through experience, through losses, through getting that shit wrong. So at the end of the day, you're not just paying for information. You paying tuition to the market. And let me tell y'all something. That tuition, that shit ain't cheap. Now, I could be wrong. If you're in one of those communities, tell me how it helped you. I'm open to hearing about it. Just be respectful in my comments. As for me, it did help me learn the skill. But it didn't help me control my fucking emotions. That's something I had to learn on my own, the hard way. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not here to tell you what the fuck to do with your money. I'm just showing you how to think. Because once you start paying attention to the incentives, the structure, and the risk, things start looking different. You feel me? You start asking better questions and stop just jumping into shit. You actually start thinking first. And that's the whole point of this video, y'all. Not to tell you what the fuck to do, but to get you to think for yourself. Yeah. I think I said everything I needed to say today. So if you want to learn how to think for yourself when it comes to stocks and crypto, because we still don't know what the fuck happened to NFTs, like, subscribe, and learn here for free $99, because once you start thinking for yourself, that whole story falls apart.